Evans Wanyama, can you introduce yourself to us again?
Okay, so my name is Evangeline Wanyama. I'm a researcher by profession. I'm based in Nairobi, Kenya. I currently work as a research fellow on the Pathways Project for a local non-governmental. I think that is all I can say for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so
Thank you.
next is Jacob. Yeah, so Jacob, let us know where you are joining us from, what you do, and then your expectation.
I'm Jacob. Yeah, I'm from Ghana. I'm a lecturer at Accra Technical University. So I'm on the Ghana Accra users platform. So from time to time I do join some of your trainings. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so Accra Technical University, I would, are you on the Ghana Research Committee page?
No, I'm on the Accra Research Community page.
Okay, so kindly DM me. I would like you to maybe start something like that on your campus. So we'll talk a bit later. So I just note your name. I just noted your name down. I'll probably have to have a discussion with you. Okay. So we have Jonah Jeffet Haruna. Jonah Jeffet Haruna.
Okay. So my name is Jonah Jeffet Haruna, and I'm from Nigeria. And just like I've said earlier, I am a registered nurse by profession, but I'm currently doing my PhD in public health. I have high interest in the public health, and I'm also a researcher. So that is all about me. Thank you.
Okay. So Nigeria, are you part of any of the groups, the community in Nigeria?
No, actually. Maybe from now I'll begin to look out, for those groups and be part of it.
Yeah, because Nigeria have a lot of communities in Nigeria. Timothy is currently also having Army Sports. I think he will start his own around 2 p.m. or thereabout. But I'll look for the link and share with you to join so that he can add you to the Nigerian community.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So we have Pascal. Pascal is my very good friend. Hello, Pascal.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Pascal, Let us know. I know you, but then let the others know what you do, where you are connecting us from, and your expectation.
Oh, okay. So, my name is Pascal Sado. I'm into medical laboratory. Specifically, my work has to do with growing bacteria and fungi, and then identifying them and testing drugs that can kill them. Basically, that is what I do. And then also, I think I joined the R users community for a while, and then there are lessons I am taking from time to time, and I'm trying to develop mastery on how to use R over time. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pascal. You are really doing quite well, because I've seen that almost any training we are doing, you always register and you are part of us. We thank you for doing that, and then we hope you get to learn R more. And then we have Theophilus.
Hello.
Yes, Theo, you can go on.
Yes. Theophilus Azuma, graduate, University of Health and Allied Sciences, and I offered biochemistry and molecular biology. I found art to be an exciting platform, a software that can help me shape my future. I have the interest in doing research in the future.
Yes.
So I also joined this page for the past 2 months, and I was part of the main mentorship, this main focus mentorship program that you guys organize, and it was insightful. And I look forward to more opportunities like that, so that it will help me in future different activities and other job opportunities, if any. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theophilus. We are grateful, and we are thankful that you joined the mentorship training. We hope to even engage you more when we start our university communities. Thank you very much. So we have Juliet Fafali. Let us know where you are reaching us from, your expectation and what you do. Juliet Fafali. Okay. Hello. Hello, Juliet. Okay, so I think I can hear from Juliet, but let me go to the next person. Witness. Witness, can you let us know where you are joining us from?
Okay. I'm from Tanzania and I'm a recent graduate. I studied applied statistics and I was introduced to R software since my first year of school. And my expectation is I want to learn more about it and expand my skills. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. But then I was saying that I will connect you with respected David from Malawi Arisa community so that you join David.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you join David so that David will add you to their group. But then I don't know for Tanzania, but then I'll ask my other colleagues from the African Research Community page to see whether we have a community at Tanzania so that they can officially add you to the Tanzanian group. Thank you very much. So next we have Aspanas Keya. Sorry if I don't get the name right. Please let us know where you're joining us from, your expectation and what you do. Aspanas. Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, team, for this opportunity. My name is Aspanas Keya. I'm from Kenya. I'm a master's student in epidemiology and biostatistics from Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University in Kenya. My expectation for today is to learn more about R because I want to develop my skills in data analysis and data as a data and in data analysis. Sorry. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Are you part of the Nairobi RSA community?
No. This is my first time joining. I just
Wow.
saw your link in LinkedIn and I became interested. So this is my first time in joining.
Okay.
So I hope
So I encourage you to visit once you go on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on X, or the other communities, you see those groups there. Just giving them a message, tell them that you are from Kenya, you want to be part of the community, and they will add you. But then I will make a follow up on that so that once I get the Kenyan organizer, maybe Karuki, I will link you to them so that they'll add you to the Kenyan Arisa community. Thank you very much for joining. So we have Umar Farouk. Let us know where you're joining us from, what you do, and your expectation. Umar Farouk.
Very much. I'm Umar Farouk Aport Karim. I'm a MPhil candidate for Health Systems Research and Management at the School of Public Health in KNUST. I'm also a nutrition officer with over 4 years experience working at Obuasi Health Directorate. My expectation is I want by the end of this I should be able to learn the basics of R. I've used R for some time. I've also used Swirl with Coursera, that is the R Foundation with the School John Hopkins School affiliate, the R specialization. So my expectation is that this course will help me reignite my R knowledge and then make me start using R again. Thank you.
Okay, so at this moment, I know we have Ima, we have Joseph, James. You introduce yourself. We'll do the networking after this session because it's time. And our speaker is waiting for us. He's a very busy man, so we don't keep him waiting. We don't keep him. So you can see our speaker is very handsome and also we help to also build a community in R. So if I want to start by way of introducing Pastor Samuel, I will not end because he's somebody that I've come to know. He's a family member. He's someone I normally run to when things are a bit rocky. So I will let him introduce himself. When I start now, I will not end. So respected Pastor Samuel, over to you.
Yes. Good afternoon to us all. I hope I can be heard.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you. So thank you for the opportunity. Our users, Malawi and Ghana our users community. It's an opportunity to come our way and for us all to learn together concerning R. Mr. Francis has been my best buddy as we started the Ghana R Users group together. So I'm a co-founder of the Ghana R User community. By the grace of God, we are going to have our second conference very soon. And there will be an online session, which I believe many of us would join. I am a medical laboratory scientist by profession. Currently doing my master's in molecular medicine at the Kenya University. Actually, I'm on my research now, hoping to finish very soon. But the joy of teaching R, making R very accessible to all of us is our love and our goal as a community, that we make R very accessible. We make the learning of R very easy for people to learn, even when they are alone. So I want to thank you all for joining, and we are all going to learn together. When I was listening to us talking about our profession, where we work, I could see most of us are in the academia. Some are also in the industries. I could hear someone talk about biochemistry and molecular biology, which I can relate with, and Mr. Umar talking about doing the R basics with John Hopkins on Coursera, which I also did at a point. So what we need now is our love, our desire to learn, basically that, and we shall all be fine at the end. Please, as I share the little that I know, in case you have any question, you can raise your hand. I want you to be very interactive. We are not going to spend much time here, but I know that the short time will be blessed by us all. So let me share my screen, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. Please, can someone confirm that they can see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I think, yeah, I did my presentation.
Yes, we can see. But you can be fine.
Yeah, I will do that. I created in Quartus. I'm going to render it and then take us to the HTML for the slides. Okay. All right. I hope it's fine. You can see it. I can continue.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you. So we want to swell our way to our mastery. So the whole idea of this presentation is that we'll be able to learn R right in the console. Basically, that's mastering R in the console. The console we are talking about is the R Studio. We'll go to the practical session. I just want to speak a bit about it, and then you take it from there. So in a way of introduction, Swirl is a self-paced R learning in the R console. So in a way of the console, I'm talking of the R Studio, where you have the script, we have the console side, we have the environment side and all.
We please
When I
mute
open,
ourselves so we can listen to the speakers.
okay, thank you. So it's very interactive. It's a very practical way of learning. Not that we always sit behind our books, reading codes. When it comes to programming, practice makes perfect. You use your hands, you use your mind, not just reading, but you practice it. Swirl is a package that will help you practice. As you type and you make a mistake, it will prompt you. Then it's very interactive, as we will see. And it was created for both beginners, intermediate users. It even have advanced courses that you can look at. And the focus on it is more for data science and programming. And so I believe that those of us in the academia, we can use R for most of our work. Like I did this presentation in Kwatu. You can do most of your presentations, even your thesis writing, you can do all that in R. But you always start from somewhere. You have to understand the basics of R. You have to understand the basic coding skills that you need. And Swirl is very engaging, and it's, like I said, it's very, very hands-on. There are lots of exercises that you do. So why Swirl? It's very accessible for self-directing learning. Very, very accessible. You know, one thing about R software, unlike other programs like SARS, like Stata, like SPSS, which are patent, so you need to buy. I'm not talking of Africa, but you need to buy it. Some of us are using crack softwares and all that. We can testify. But R is free. It's open source. It's very free. And every package that comes with it is also free. You don't need to pay anything for it. So it's very, very accessible for your self-directed learning. And how it is that you can integrate your learning into the coding environment. So as you learn, you code. As you learn, you code. You don't need any prior experience as well. And there are a lot of resources that can help you with it. And the more you do it, you see that you will build your skills progressively, bit by bit. I'll take us through the courses that you can install in Swirl, which you can use to learn various like R programming basics. Some of us want to learn about data analysis. You will learn about exploratory analysis. You can learn the regression analysis. There are so many how to clean your data before you start analyzing. There are so many Swirl courses that you can use. And as we go on, I'll be sharing some of them. So I want to know if some of us have already installed R and then R Studio. You can confirm whether by hand or you can unmute and speak if you have already installed
I
R
have
and
not
R Studio.
installed. I have not installed. I
Pardon?
don't know how. I
You
haven't
have not.
installed.
Okay. Are you by your PC, please?
You said?
Are you by your PC, your laptop or something?
No, I'm using device, phone
Okay.
device.
All right. So you will go through and then I'm sure the recordings will be given to us. Then you can do that maybe afterwards. All right. So you will need to install R, we install R Studio, and then the Swirl package as well. I will take us through that very soon. I'll take us through that very soon. Okay. So I think from this side, I may have to go off and then we go through where we can get what and where we can access the course with repository and all that. So we will do that. So for beginner level courses on Swirl, we have what we call the R programming, where you can do the basic programming in R, basic arithmetics, how you can store a variable, you can assign a variable and all that. You can learn those basic ones in R programming. And then we have the R programming E, which is the same as the first one, but it has been modified slightly for in-class use. What I mean is that, hello?
Your screen is not moving. Yes.
My screen isn't. Oh, okay.
I think maybe you can reshare it again, or maybe you can.
Yes, let me
Yeah.
stop and then I'll reshare again.
I said
Please, can you
your
see?
screen is not moving.
Yes, we can see it now.
Is it moving now?
Yes, it's moving now.
It's moving. Okay. So, like I said, the R programming E is similar to the R programming, but with this version, you give the student the option of emailing you. If those of us in academia, you are teaching a class where you want to give them assignments on R and other, you can use the Swirl package. Just that after you give them an email that at the end of they finishing it, they can send you an email which says that I have completed the course. And mind you, without they finishing the course, they can never send an email. So no student can ever cheat. You must go through it, finish every question step by step before you can send the email. So those of us in the academia, as we learn and then maybe you become a lecturer, like I heard somebody is a research assistant and all that, you can also use this platform to help your students learn R. We will go through it and you will see how it works at the end. So for beginner level, you can talk of the R programming E. And then intermediate level courses like getting and cleaning data, where you use packages like dplyr, tidyr, lubricate. All these packages, you can learn them directly in the Swirl package without any other person helping you. If you are, what you need is just being self-motivated. You just have to be self-motivated. Decide that I really want to learn this. And using the Swirl, you can do it. I used it a couple of times, even in the course era program. If Omar can testify, assignments were given using the Swirl package, and then you have to finish all that. Then you can do the regression models. Those of us who want to learn regression models, if I know about, let me say an example, like you want to find out the price of a house, knowing that a smaller house can cost this with this number of rooms, with this number of beds, you can use that as a model to know if I need a house of 4 rooms, how much would that cost me? I mean, that is a way of using the regression analysis. Those of us in the medical field, we can also use regression analysis to help us even with diagnostics and all that. So Swirl has a lot to offer us. And I believe that as we go through the practical sessions, we will learn a lot from it. And then with the advanced level courses, where you are talking about the statistical inferences and then advanced programming in R, where you can create packages yourself, creating functions that can help you solve your problems. So I believe that we will be ready, or we are ready to move to the practical session where we are going to start all that we need. So for those of us who don't have R or R Studio, you can go to this website, or you can just type RCran. Please, can my screen be seen?
Yes, please.
Okay. So when you come to this CRAN, where every R project, R packages and all that have been stored, you can use this site to download R. So if you are using an operating system like the Linux, so those of us who use Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, or Red Hat, or even Kali Linux. You can download the R Linux version. If you are on Mac, iOS, Mac, you can use this one. But I believe most of us also use the Windows. So when you come to this website, maybe I can put it also in our chat at a point, but you can download it here. When you click on it, it will take you here, and then you click on install R for the first time. It will take you to the next page. Now the current version is 4.4.3.
Okay, just let me know if you can see the links that I've posted.
Okay. Okay.
So the link is
Kindly
even,
type I
I've
use
shared the
just to
link.
make sure that people see the
I have
links.
shared the link
Okay.
on the chat session.
So I was saying that those are two different links. The first link is for
Yes, so the first one is for us to download the R. I will come to the R Studio, but then he has given us so that we have it now. So when you come, you continue like the way we download, you click on download, and then I have it already, so I will not download it, but that is how we do it. Then you can install it. Then you will need an environment that can host your R software, which will make it easy for you to write scripts, have the console output at the same time. And that is the R Studio. So you can also type, sorry, I've gone to, yeah.
Please,
So,
I didn't get that. You said R Studio does what, please?
So please come again.
You mentioned the function of the R Studio relative to the.
So we have what we call an IDE, Integrated Development Environment. They are tools that are in one package to help you be very productive when you are using your R. So you will need that to help you. When we get to the practical session, I will explain better why we need the R Studio, not only R. So from here, now it is called the POSIT. POSIT.co took over this company. They rebranded, to be called POSIT. So they have this R Studio software that we need. So for us, what we need is the desktop version. They have the cloud version and all that, but not everybody can have good internet all the time. So it is better you have a desktop version that you can use without internet. So like you see here, you need to install R first. After you are done with R, then you can come to download the R Studio desktop. So you click on it. I've already downloaded it before. So you'll be able to get the download and then you install that as well. So these are the two major softwares that you need on your desktop or your laptop if you are going to learn R. You need the R, you need the R Studio. So I assume that we have installed. If you need time for installation, you can tell me. We give ourselves like 3 minutes to install or 5 minutes, then we can continue. Please, any question up to this point? Hello.
Hello, please, any question up to this point?
I think we're okay. Let's move on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So, please, can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I hope it's very visible. It's very visible.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the R studio. This is R studio. This is R studio. So normally when you open your R studio for the first time, you are going to see 4 major panes. We call it panes. We have the scripts area where you've seen me type all this stuff. That is the scripts area where you normally type your code. It's like taking notes. You can take notes in your book as we go to school. Anytime you can pick your book and then read whatever you wrote inside. When it comes to scripting, take it like you have a book that you are writing your notes in, that you can come over anytime to have it. If I type 2 plus 2 here and I click enter, the answer comes as 4. But when I clean it, I can't get it back again, no matter what I'll do. But when I write a script, let me use this. When I write 2 plus 4, 2 plus 2, even though the answer will not be given here, anytime I run the code, I will have it. Now, I can store this script for any number of times, any number of years that I have it on my laptop. When I open and I click on it, I can get the exact answer that I want. So using the R Studio helps you to write your scripts for reproducibility. Anytime you can send, it's like writing a letter and sending it to somebody else. You can write a code and then send it to your friend. Maybe you did an analysis and you want your friend to see how you did it. You can write it as a script. And when you send it to the person can also use exactly what you have done and it will work for the person. So for R Studio, it helps us write scripts, and the down pane, like you see, is where we call the console. This is where any output of your code, you receive it. You have all your outputs here, and then it will make you see whatever you have done, whether good, the bad, the ugly. If your code is wrong, it will alert you. If it is right, you will get the answer. Then we have the top right corner, the environment side, where you will see environment history, connections, tutorials. Even R has some tutorials. The R Studio, you can learn also there what we call the Learn R package. If you install that, you can also learn with that. Then you have the down right bottom pane where you have your files, the plot. When you create a plot, you can see it here. The packages that you have installed on your R Studio, you can see all of them under the package version. Then when you need, so these are some packages that I've installed because of certain works I am doing and all that. Don't worry your head about all these packages. There are millions and millions of packages. It depends on what you want to use it for and what you want to do. Then you get a package that can help you. And then with the help section, if you, in case you are stuck anywhere, you can get it and then it will help you solve whatever problems that you have. So these are the basic environment of the R Studio. Today's lesson is not much more about R Studio though, but I have to give us a little background before we can start. So for our practical session, I want to dwell on this script that I wrote. Because of time, I didn't want to do, how do you call it? On and off typing. So I have done a script already for us. Initially, I said that before you can run the Swirl, you need to install the package. And in R, if you want to install any package, you use install.packages. Then you use your double quotes and type whatever you need to install. So this is one method of installing a package. So if I want to install Swirl package, this is what the code that I will use. But you can likewise use the package side, this side, the right bottom, and you come to packages. You can type on install. It will bring a dialog box to you, and then you can type in Swirl. You see that it appears on the dialog box. You can click on it and then click on install. You can use that method as well to install any package that you come across that you need to use in R. So I have already installed the R package, so I wouldn't want to run the code now. Then after you are done, you may need to call your package. So we use a function called library. So imagine, let's imagine that you are at your school library, which has a lot of books. So take the books as the packages that you have installed in your R Studio, all the packages you have installed. Now, Mr. Umar would want to learn about epidemiology or whatever it is. So Mr. Umar will go into the library, go to the section that has the epidemiology textbooks and pick it out of it. So that procedure is what in R we use the library function to take the book or the package that we really need to use in our programming. So for the purpose of our study, we want to learn about Swirl. You have already installed your Swirl. So the next method is that you call or you pick the Swirl textbook out of the number of books that you have. So you type in the library, and we have what in our studio we call autocomplete. As I type a little, you see that it will bring me other functions that concerns library. I didn't finish, but it will auto-complete it for you. And then I choose library. You can choose to type it. Then you type in Swirl. So the next thing for us to do is that we have to run this code. And in R or the R Studio, you can use the run button. This side that I hope you can see, you click on it, and then it means that you have picked the book out. Now we can see that it is asking me that, hi, type Swirl when you are ready to learn. So it means that your installation that you did has become perfect. Everything has become perfect for you. The next thing for us to do is that we would want to install individual courses. We have to install individual courses. These are other scripts. I will give the scripts. We will post it for all of us to use after the workshop. So you can come to the Swirl website. Let me go to the Swirl website. Let me share this. Okay. So you can type in Swirl, and then this is the website we are looking for. Swirl, learn R in R. So Mr. Francis, if you can put that, or maybe I can just do that now.
Yes, I can do that. Yeah.
Yes. So this is Swirl. This is the website for Swirl package. For us, what you would want to do, you want to learn. So you come to the lens side of it, and it will give you the direction. Step 1, get R. Step 2, recommended, get R Studio. Step 3, install Swirl, which we have done. Then it will tell you start Swirl. Then step 5 is now for us to install the interactive courses. And you can see that they have 2 sites. The course repository, which I will open here. And then they have even more courses on the Swirl Courses Network. So the course repository, that is a GitHub website, a GitHub link, I should say. So it is this place that you can have the courses that you need to install. And like I said, we will dwell more on the R programming E. But you can see that there are so many courses that you can do. For beginners, like I said, R programming E, learning about the R programming environment, which is also a course on its own. Then for intermediates, regression models, getting and cleaning data, and the advanced, which I talked about, the statistical inferences and advanced R programming. Mr. Umar, please, I hope you did these things when you were running the Coursera program with John Hopkins. Is Mr. Umar here? All right. So I'll continue.
I think this is more advanced. So this is more advanced than what we used to see in YouTube. I must be sincere.
Oh, okay. Is it Mr. Umar speaking?
No, this is Mark from Nigeria.
Mark, all right. Okay, Mark. Don't worry. This we will go through everything, the basics of it. This, like I said, is like going to having a 6-month course on R. And they have a beginner courses, they have intermediate courses, they have advanced. We don't worry our head with all these things. Today we are going to dwell on the R programming E. I'm just showing us where we can install all the other courses when we are ready to learn more. That is why I'm showing us all these websites so that we can come to them anytime. So we are going to dwell. Can I continue, please? I heard somebody ask a question. No?
Please go ahead.
Okay. So we really want to learn this, especially for us who are in academia. At a point, you would want to teach your students and you would want them to send you a report of what they have learned. So we are going to use the R programming E, which the E stands for the email version of it. Okay, the email version of it. So you can copy, when you come here, you can just copy the code and then you send it directly into your console. Okay. So let's say I paste it here. We've already run the library. All right. So in installing the R programming E, you may have to install what we call the Swirl Dev, which is also a package. But when you run this code, you are going to get the Swirl Dev and then the R programming E course. Okay. And then you can continue by typing in Swirl. I've already installed it and I wouldn't want to go back and then do this step again. It's going to delay our time. So let's take it that we have installed this and then we are now ready to learn R in Swirl. Okay.
Hello.
So before you can start learning, you have to run this code as well, which is swirl and then the parentheses. So when you click run, and you could see that I was using a shortcut, Control and Enter. When you put your cursor behind the last line of code, and then you click Control and Enter, it's going to run the code for you. Okay.
Please, let's excuse me, Samuel. Please, let's mute ourselves. Please, let's mute ourselves. If not, you'll be removed from the page.
I think
Everybody
it's
should
good for
mute
us to
himself.
limit ourselves at 2. Yeah, it's allowed. You can go up to 3, but I think 2 is good enough for the size of the work.
Please, let's mute ourselves.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Two theories, yeah.
Yes. So
Please, I have a question.
Yes, please. You can go ahead.
Yes, so I was trying to practice with you and trying to install the package. It's not doing. They are telling me I'm having
usually
error.
it's good to have the two different type, like coming together. Yeah.
Please, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not able to install the package. I've tried several times.
Where have you got this stuck? Can
Like
you share
when
your screen?
I'm using my phone
Let me stop.
and working on my
Can use
laptop.
laptop. You go run me through your process, please, briefly.
Okay, so let me share my I'll share my camera and
Okay. If that would be possible, you can do that. Let me stop sharing so that you can do that.
Okay.
Like I'm using my phone to listen and I'm using my laptop to practice.
So what is the error? What does it say? What does the error say?
So the downloaded source packages are in they've written some long code.
Long
And
code.
it didn't
Okay, so I know. This will be it's being recorded. You will have the recordings, and then I wish you could have the time to sort your problem out. If only you were running it on your laptop, but now that you're using the screen, it might be a bit challenging. So
and I'm using
maybe
Linux, so I don't know if that's the problem.
then that will be. Let's finish, and then maybe I'll contact you. You contact me later, and I'll sort you out on the Linux. Okay, please.
Yes, please.
If
Thank
that
you
is
so
fine
much.
with you. All right.
Yes, that is fine.
Okay. Okay. So let's get back to business. You are welcome. So now when you come to the page, it will ask you, what shall I call you? So let me use my name, Samuel. Then you type Samuel, you click enter. And then it will say that, thanks, Samuel. Let's cover a couple of quick housekeeping as we begin our first lesson. So first of all, you should know that when you see a parenthesis, that means you should press enter. And then you press enter when you are done reading, and then you are ready to continue. So like now, it says that the 3 dots that you see here, this 3 dots that we see, is a sign that, or it's a cue for us to press enter. Anytime you see a 3 dots after a lengthy sentence or something, what it means is that just press enter and then you can move on. Okay. Let me stop that. And then, okay. I hope I didn't, let me delete what I did. Clear drawing. Okay. So the next comes that select 1, 2, or 3 and press enter. And you can see that continue, proceed, let's go. They are all the same. You can choose any one to type in. So let's say we choose 3. You click enter. And now it's going to give you the basics of how to use Swirl Package. So it says that you can exit Swirl and return to the R prompt at any time by pressing the escape key. So it's saying that anytime you want to leave, just press the escape key. If you are already at the prompt, you can type by to exit. So this one, like I said, it is self-directed learning. So you read, you follow whatever has been told you in the script. So for you to skip, you type skip, and then it can skip the question if you are not ready to answer the question. Sometimes you want to pause and practice what you have learned. You can type play, and then you continue that as well. So until you type next, it will not go anywhere. It will stay where you are. It will stay on the practice mode that you are in, so that you learn over and over and over before you can move on. So these are the basic things that when you start your Swirl package, it will tell you. Then the next will say that let's get started. So I believe you can see, it says that please choose a course or type 0 to exit Swirl. And like you see here, what it means is that I have installed 10 different courses on mine. So when you look at the scripts that I showed earlier on, the scripts, these are some of the courses that I've installed. So if you wanted to install the R Programming E, you can click here and then you run, it will install it for you. If you want the R Programming environment, you can install that by clicking Control Enter or using the Run button up here. So these are other courses that you can install. The R Programming, Getting and Cleaning Data, Exploratory Data Analysis. And I'm going to give us this code after the course so that you can run all these things and then you come back to them as and when you want to learn about Swirl or any course in Swirl. So for mine, I said earlier on that we want to use the R Programming E. R Programming E. And when you look at it, it's on number 5. So what I do is that I come here and I press on 5 and I click enter. Please, are we okay up to this point?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the courses within the R Programming E. The first one is basic building blocks, which it will talk about R and then the R Studio stuff, then workspace and files, how you can organize your files. If you want to learn about sequences of numbers, and in programming, we have what you call the vectors. Those of us that have done mathematics, vectors, and all that. If you want to learn about missing values, especially for those of us who do data analysis, sometimes you also want to subset some part of your data. So you have to learn about subsetting vectors. You will learn about matrices and data frames. So this is a pure programming course. It will teach you the basics. And when you learn these things, you marvel on what you can do with R. So much things that you can do with R. And like I said, all these courses you can learn within R itself. Like I'm teaching us. Today, I'm just going to take the first part, which is the basic building blocks. So now we want to learn the basic building blocks. We click 1, and then we press enter. Now we are ready to learn. So you could see that there is a 0% here. What it means is that you are now starting the course itself or the topic within the R Programming. So as soon as you continue, you will be seeing that as you pass it will be changing 2%, 5%, or whatever it is. So instructions comes that in this lesson, we will explore some basic building blocks of R programming language. And like I said, whenever you see 3 dots, what do? We press enter. So as I press enter, you see that it has changed to 3%. Now we are starting to learn about R. If at any point you would like more information about any topic in R, he says that you can type help.start at the prompt, and that will open a resource for you to use. Or what you can do also is that, like I did earlier on, you can go to the web and then you search whatever information you need. So there's another 3 dots. You click enter and then you go. Now, this is the catch. It says that in its simplest form, R can be used as an interactive calculator. So now it is telling you to do something. It says that type 5 plus 7 and press enter. So this is the assignment that has been given you. So what you do is that you type 5, like he said, plus 7. And it says that press enter. You do it. What comes? The answer comes as 12. And then it gives you that motivation. That's the answer I was looking for. So the Swirl package encourages you. As you are able to do it, it will tell you, good, you are doing well, you have nailed it, as you will be seeing. And you need that motivation to learn R on your own. So like I said, R simply prints the result of 12 by default. It works like a calculator. You type 5 plus 7, calculator will give you 12. So know that R2 is a calculator. And R is a programming language, which is often the reason why people will use it over and over, because you can repeat, like I said, you write a script and you can repeat it over and over. When you take a calculator and I do 5 plus 7, there's no way I can store it unless the advanced calculators. You may have to be typing again 5 plus 7 all the time. But we have to avoid all these unnecessary repetitions. So R programming will help you automate that process. That is what it's saying. So it says that in this case, we may want to use the result. Like some of us, maybe those of us in the medical field, you have the weight of the subjects here you use for your data. You have their the weight, the height, and you want to calculate the BMI for each subject. Imagine that you have to calculate and do that every time for maybe 100 or 300 subjects that you have. It's very cumbersome. But in R, you can automate that process. And that is why we are learning this side of R, that you can store that variable. You can store the results in a new variable so that you can use it over and over and over and over. That is what it's telling us now. So now it's going to teach us why and how we can store the value that we want to or we get. So it says that the way we assign a value to a variable in R is by using what we call the assignment operator. So it's like a less than symbol and then a minus sign. A less than symbol or a minus sign. So you can see here that this is what we are talking about. A less than or a minus sign symbol. That is what we are talking about. So how do we do it? Just a minute. Let me clear this. Okay. So it says that you should think of our assignment operator as an arrow. I wish I could. Let me just go here and Control Shift N. So we have like the 5 plus 7, the 5 plus 7 we talked about, 5 plus 7, 7. And then you would want to store this in a variable called total. What can link these two is what we call the assignment operator. So like he said, the assignment operator is like a less than and then a manual sign symbol. So this is what we call the assignment operator. And then there is a shortcut to it in R. You can click on Alt or Option on your Mac and then the manual sign. Instead of going to type always less than, and then minus, you can just use Alt and then the manual symbol. It will take you there. So we are saying that we assign this 5 plus 7 to what we call the total. And then anytime I call total, anytime I'll be able to get the answer 12. I don't want to print it on the console. That is why I'm typing it this way. So that is basically what it means. So let's get back to our learning. So we said that we should think the assignment operator as an arrow. You are assigning the value on the right-hand side to the variable name on the left-hand side of the arrow. So that is what I said. This one, you are assigning the value of this to the left side, which is the variable name, total. Good. Can I continue, please?
Yes.
Okay. So to assign the result of 5 plus 7 to a new variable, what we do is that it says that type X, then the assignment operator and this. So it says that the way we read it is that X gets 5 plus 7. X gets 5 plus 7. Like I typed, you can say that total gets 5 plus 7. So then you come down and then you type X 5 plus 7. And then what do? You press enter. So you say that was perseverance. That's the answer. So if you do something and then it is wrong, it will give you another time or will tell you to, no, that is not it. Try and do it again. So when we use the assignment operator, R assumes that you don't want to see the results immediately, like in the script. You don't want to see the results immediately, but rather you want to use it at a later time. So that is how R understands when you use the assignment operator to store values. Okay. So now that you have typed that, it is saying that to view the content of the variable X, just type X and press enter. So you press X and the result comes. This is R. This is Swirl Package. This is you learning at the comfort of your room at your leisure time, the 5 minutes that you have, the 10 minutes that you have. This is you learning. Now it says that store the result of X minus 3 in a new variable called Y. I want somebody to say something how we should do it. This is the next question. Store the result of X minus 3 in a new variable called Y.
So
somebody can just...
So what you have to do is that our new variable will be Y. Then we
our new variable will be Y.
Yes. So now you press Alt and the minus sign to get the assignment sign.
Okay. Alt and then the minus sign, right? So I've done it. Continue.
We now type X minus 3.
X minus 3. Wonderful. Please, I hope we all get it. So that is the understanding. Y gets X minus 3. Then after you are done with it, in the console, whatever you do, when you want to go to the next step, you click enter. And then he said all that practice is paying off. So the Swirl package will be encouraging you. All the practice, when you get it wrong, it will be telling you, oh, you can do it. And all, I'll intentionally get something wrong and we will see. So what is the value of Y? It says that we should type Y to find out. Let's say I type X. Let's see what will come. What did he say? Not quiet, but you are learning. Try again. So the Swirl package is like a mentor, a teacher that is trying to help you out in your journey into learning R and advancing in R. So it's going to be very nice to you, gentle to you. So let's say we go back and we type Y as it wants. Then say keep up the great work. So the Swirl package is a very nice package that will help you learn anything in R. Trust me, if you have the time, you have the patience, you have the resilience, you will be able to learn. And then you can practice it on real data that you have, or go online and get some data to practice. So this is our major step in growing in our learning in R. So it says that now let's create a small collection of numbers called a vector. So any object that contains a data is called a data structure. Maybe one of these days you will go to the other lessons. Today is for the basics. So we will just go through it bit by bit. We need to understand data structures, numeric vectors. And data structure and numeric vectors are the simplest type of data structures in R. Please, does anybody know any other data structures in R that you can mention? Those of us who have learned something in R. So we are talking about a vector. That's the basic one, numeric vectors and all that. We have matrices, so many of them, but that's not the point of learning today. So we will continue. So the easiest way to create a vector is to use the function, the C into brackets, the parentheses. And the C stands for what we call concatenate, or in other words, combine. So maybe you have these numbers 1.19 and 3.14. You want to put all of them together and store them in a variable called Z. So it says that type C into parentheses 1.19, 3.4. Try it now and store the results in a variable called Z. So Mr. Vincent, or maybe you help us again on this one. How do we go about it?
Okay, so what you can do is that you bring the vector sign, that the C, that into brackets.
The C into brackets, okay.
No.
First of all, we have to
create a variable for it.
Assign a variable first.
Good. I wanted
this
to
variable can
go
be Z.
your way. Z,
Yes. Then you bring the assignment operator. That is alt negative.
Okay.
So we now bring the function, that is C, the vector sign.
Okay. Then you type in your values like it has been given you, right?
Yeah.
And then that is it. Wonderful. Let's see what comes out. So what did he say? Your dedication is inspiring. Mr. Vincent and all the others here, your dedication is inspiring.
Amen.
So anytime you have questions about a particular function, like we have said concatenation, I want to understand what concatenation is. There is a way you go about it. You can use the question mark symbol and then you type the letter C. Don't add the parentheses to it. Then you could see that on my right-hand side, beneath it, where I show that the help button is, you see that after it came, it has given us the C in R base. So what does it mean? Combine values into a vector or list. So this one will give you an explanation of it, how it is being used, and everything. So anything that you want to understand in R, when you bring a question mark and then the function, you type it, the help will come, and then you'll be able to read whatever it is and have an idea. So that is what we really want to know. Now, it says that we should type Z to view the content. Like when we did X is equal to or X into 5 plus 7, we typed X to see number 12. Now it says that we should type Z to see the content of it. So the content has come 1.109 and 3.104. They are saying that you are quite good, my friend. You are quite good, Evangeline. You are quite good, Jofat, right? You are quite good, Vincent. I mean, it will help you, it will encourage you to do all that. Now it says that we should create a new vector that contains Z and then 555. Then Z again in that order. But now it's saying that you shouldn't assign it to any variable. So you type Z, 555, then Z again. We have done something wrong. True or correct? Who can see or give us why we are seeing this error?
Me.
Yes.
So
Benis, you can go ahead.
the Z is a string, so we need to put it in quotation mark.
In quotation mark. Okay. So let me do that too for you. And then you will see. I'm doing that so that you know that when you are learning, you may face some of these things and then you have to find a way. So I've done
Hey,
what you
still error.
asked. So still error. So please, who has any other why we are seeing this error? Somebody can come up with it. Anybody?
Are you supposed to put it in C, like C into bracket?
What do you want to do? Is that what you want to do now?
Yes, because it's a vector.
Okay, wonderful. So let's try that and see. Is it still with parentheses or without parentheses? Sorry, your double quotes.
Yes, with double quotes.
With double quotes.
Yes.
Okay. I will do that for you. Don't worry, we are learning. So what
Hey.
came? So read what the R console. It said that keep trying or type info for more options. Now that you tried, and it didn't happen. Look at what it has. It has given you the solution.
The answer.
So remember that the Z is you store the value in it. It's a variable, not a string. So you don't need that double quote. It's not like saying that Samuel is a name, you put a double quote in it, and then you have a number as you are creating a vector. This is a variable name, Z. So it doesn't need any double quotes. And again, it says that combine vectors to make a new vector. So as soon as you hear combine, then your mind should come to the C. I hope you get it.
Yeah.
Then you do your Z, 555, and then Z again. And then you are there. You are really on a roll. All right. So I hope you have learned something now. So numeric vectors can be used in arithmetic expressions. So like you are saying, they were numbers. Now I can use though I've stored the number in Z, I can use it still in calculations. That is the beauty of running your programs in scripts and all that. So it says you should type Z, and then you use the asterisk symbol as your multiplication, 2 plus 100. And remember, R also uses BODMAS or PEMDAS where the brackets of multiplication, those things that you did in math, it applies in programming as well. So it says that first, R multiplied each of the three elements, Z, by what? 2. So Z times Z, Z times 2. So 2 times the whatever it is. So we had 102. So the Z was what? Z555 and Z, which happens to be the numbers that 1.19 and 3.14. So it will do the multiplication first, then we'll add the 100 to it. Now we are 50% away. So there are other common arithmetic operators. In R, you have the plus, the minus, the division, the square root, where you use the caret sign, and then x caret 2. Then you can take square roots where we use the function sqrt and all that. So basically, that too is there for us, this arithmetic operators. So now it is giving you another work that take the square root of z minus 1 and assign it to a new variable, my square root. So the new variable is my square root, right? So this is my square root. Because I want us to move fast, we have very few minutes to finish. That is why I'm copying. But as you are learning, don't be copying. Please type. Let your hands do the work. And then you assign the symbol. And it says that take the square root of what? Z minus 1. So you type that, and then it counts. Before we view the contents of my square root, what do you think it contains? So it's a question to ask. What do you think it will contain? Will it be 1, a vector of length 0, that is an empty vector, or a single vector, that is a vector of length 1, or a vector of length 3? Somebody should answer the question.
A vector of length 3.
A vector of length 3. Thank you, Mr. Jamra. So let's see. That is what Mr. Jamra said. Let's see if that is it. Wonderful. So the square root would work on each vector, each of the variables inside, which is, I think we started with 3, right? So as you take the square root of it, it will give you a vector of length 3. If there were 4, it would have given you a vector of length 4. Now the next question says that you print my square root. So you print my square root. And let's see what comes. It says that you are the best. So it gives you a vector of length 3. So as you have guessed, R first subtracted 1 from each element of the Z, then took the square root of each element. Sorry, I was using the word variable, it's element. So this leaves you with a vector of the same length as the original vector of Z. Because the original vector, we had 3 elements in it. And as it does the calculation, it's also going to give you exactly the same number of elements in the vector. All right. So quickly, you move again. It says that you should create a new variable, my div, that gets the value of Z divided by my square root. So can somebody, as I type, let me just go through it. You get the value of Z, and then the division sign, we use the /, then my square root. And you could see that it has brought an autocomplete. So then I choose my square root and I click enter. It says that keep working like that and you will get there. So I'm encouraging us as we do it, keep doing it, you will get there. So which statement do you think is true? The first element of my div is equal to the first element of z divided by the first element of my square root and so on. My div is a single number. My div is undefined. Please, somebody should answer the question. Imagine that you were the one doing this work.
Option
Hello?
1.
Option 1. Okay. Wow. Mr. Jamra really knows his mathematics. So perseverance, that's the great answer. So that is, now he says that we should go ahead and look for the value, which is, that is it. You print the content of my div. And that is a nice work that we have done. So this is the basics of our program. We are just doing the arithmetic side of it. So when of the same length, it says that R simply performs by element. So you may have a vector of length 3. It will say that 2 until it has the same. So it says that earlier example, it was just a vector of length 3. But technically 2 and 100 are each vectors of length 1. But behind the scene, R was just recycling it to give you 3 elements or vector of 3 elements after its calculations. So we want to see another example. It says that we should try adding this. Okay? We should try adding this. And what? So end means plus. So we have a vector of length 4. Adding it to a vector of length 2. And it says that we shouldn't worry about saving it into a new variable. So we can just do that. And what happens? You have a vector of length 4. So I recycle through the shorter vector. And at the end of the day, you will get the same number of elements like that of the longer vector. So we started with a longer vector of 4. And then we have ended up with a vector of 4 elements in it. So it says that if the length of the shorter vector does not divide evenly into the length of the longer vector, R will still apply the recycling method. So remember, the first one, like we have done, had 4 for the first vector and 2. So it divided evenly. 4 divided by 2 have an even number. But R is saying again here that even if it doesn't divide equally or evenly, R still has a recycling method, but it will throw a warning that there's something fishy somewhere. So we have to take note of that. Now we should try this and that again. We should try. Now we have added another element of 100. I didn't say that. So look at what came. There was a warning. Longer object length is not a multiple of shorter object length. So that is what it will tell. Normally, the way it's programmed to do is that the length of the longer one is a multiple of the shorter one. So if I have 6, maybe either with a multiple of 2, so 2, 2, 2, or 3, 3. But there's a way or there's something we can do about it. So before we can conclude in this lesson, there are a few things that Swirl wants to teach us a couple of time-saving tricks, and then we may end our session here. It says that earlier in the lesson, you remember that we have computed z times 2 plus 100. So imagine that you made to type 1,000, or you type 1,000 instead of the 100. Should it be that we have to clear everything and retype everything all over again? You can do that, but is there a time-saving trick? Yes, there is. So what you do is that we normally use the up arrow. You know, we have the 4 arrows, the top, bottom, left, right. You use the top one to recycle through. The top one, the down one, helps you to recycle to the last one. But now you can use the top arrow to look for it, to look for the mistake that you did. So it says that if the arrow doesn't work for you, just type the corrected command. By saying that, try hitting the up arrow on your keyboard until you get to this command. So let's go back using the top arrow until we get to this command. And change the 100 to 1,000. So now we can type. Instead of typing through everything, this is a very time-saving thing, especially when you have run a code and you quickly want to make a change. So that is correct. So finally, we are going to pretend that you like to view the content of a variable you created earlier. So we did MindDiv, or you don't remember the name, MindDiv, or you did mind capital D. You can try both, or there's something you can do, which we call the autocomplete. So that is what I spoke about initially, where we learned about the autocomplete. So when you type something like mine, then you see the right one. So instead of choosing my square root, you have seen, okay, it is MindDiv that I did. Then you click enter. And then basically you have ended your first lesson in Swirl Package. Now, this is where I was talking about. It is asking you, would you like to inform someone about your successful completion of this lesson via email? So imagine that you are a teacher, a lecturer, a research scientist, and then you have given your students an assignment. After this, they could send you. So let's say you want to send an email. You choose yes. You click enter. Then it will ask, what is your full name? Maybe my full name is Emmanuel Jamra. Today I'm using Seimapa. So you type the name, you click enter, and it says that what is the email address of the person you would like to notify. So then I will type, let's say, let me use my email, Samuel_Tandoh@yahoo.com. Then you click enter. Then it will ask you, does everything look good? If you have to make a change, you go to no, and then you change it. But if you say yes, everything is okay, then you click yes, and then you click enter. Please, can you see that an Outlook or something has popped up on my machine, my laptop? I don't know if you can see. Hello?
No, we can't see. We are only seeing the work we are doing.
Okay. It's fine. Yes, it's fine. So that is how you are going to, sometimes, like he says, if it didn't work, you can send the email manually. So on your laptop, you could see that a pop-up will come. If you have set your Outlook to be sending default emails, the Outlook will come. If you have set your Yahoo or whatever to send default, but normally on laptops, it will come on Outlook. Then you can hit send, and then it will send for you. So this is how Swirl works. This is how it works, and this is how you can use it to learn your programming skills all through. So basically, this is the end of our first lesson. The rest will be question times and few minutes, and then we'll take it from there. So it says that all that hard work is paying off. You have reached the end of this lesson, and it will say that returning to the main menu. So please choose a course or type 0 to exit Swirl. So you can choose, or if you want to learn another thing, then you can choose the course. I want to type 0 to exit Swirl. Now it says that leaving Swirl now, type Swirl to resume. So basically, this is how Swirl works. And I believe that as we practice this, we will be able to make progress in our quest to learn R. If there are any questions, any additions, any subtractions here, I'm ready for any questions now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, respected Samuel. So please, any questions, anything you want to know? The recordings will be shared on the Ghana Research Community page for you to have access to it. And also, you can also go on our YouTube. It will also be posted on our YouTube too as well. Those one on the page. But then I've shared the page to our link, our WhatsApp group page. So you can join using the WhatsApp, or you can check in 2 days' time on our YouTube page. So please, any questions, so that we'll just close the session maybe in the next 6 minutes or 7 minutes. Any question, anything, any addition, any comments, any questions? Any questions?
Please have a comment. Please, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
Bennett. Yes,
Yeah,
Bennett.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for impacting us. We are grateful. Please, I'm done.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bennett, for joining.
So
Hello,
I've
Mr. Francis.
posted the
Yes, Mr.
I've
Brian.
posted the script. I've posted the script
Good
in the
afternoon.
chat box.
Yes, Mr. Brian, go on. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. In fact, I must admit that this is a wonderful lesson, and some of us are enjoying it. But unfortunately, I joined late. So I want to find out from Senior that when he finishes and he was trying to send an email, is it possible that it can also work offline, or you have to just be only be on the internet?
Yes, so to send a mail, you will need an internet to send. Yes. You will need an internet to send your email. Yes.
And secondly, as I said, I wasn't
unless your teacher would say that, okay, because you may have internet, whatever, take a screenshot of it, the last end of it, and then send it to me for me to be sure. Else you will need an internet to send it.
Okay, thank you very much. So secondly, as I said at the beginning, I wasn't around, but I don't know whether you have addressed that issue. In respect to using the Swirl, assuming like you are already working on some directories on your R, and if you switch Swirl, how do you normally not reconcile with the two?
Please come again with your question.
I'm saying that, for instance, I'm working on so many things on my R, and I have switched to Swirl. So if I want to come back to my previous directories, how do I do that?
No, so for a directory, if I get you right, the directory is maybe here. Can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
You can see my screen. So
yes,
this is the directory for the Swirl, lesson that I've taught. And this is where my stuff are. right? I hope you can see it. Yes.
Yeah, I
Imagine
can
that
see that.
you are done. You are done. The swirl thing doesn't affect your directory. It doesn't affect it at all. So I can be here, but I can create a new page, and I'm working on. Unless I need a data that I will need to call from a different file or a different folder, then I will direct whatever I'm doing to that directory. But anywhere, it will never affect the work that you are doing. You decide on which program or whichever work you are working on, and then the kind of files you need. If it means that you have to redirect it to a particular folder, then you do it. But it will not give you any problems at all. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
So Kofi Safo.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Actually, I just joined. Hello. Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Be heard.
Yes, I just joined, and this is my first time, so I want to know how if I want to get trained, how do I go about it from your community platform and other things?
Mr. Francis.
Yeah, so as I said, it's on our YouTube. It's also on our community platform. So in case you want to learn more about this, just give me a DM. I think Bernice can even take you through the whole thing. I'll get in touch with Bernice. You schedule the time, and then Bernice will take you through.
Okay, so
are you on the
can I
Ghana
get the link?
community page?
No, please. Actually, this is my first time.
Hello,
I just
Mr.
posted it on
Kofi
one of our ground platforms.
Safu.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Yes.
Hello, Mr. Kofi. Oh, I'm
yes,
not
I can hear you
from him.
Yeah, Mr. Safo, yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Any
Yes.
other questions?
You can
Please,
hear me
any
now.
other
Okay.
questions?
Yeah, Mr. Safo, I'm sorry. You said you saw it on which platform?
GAMS Ashanti platform.
Oh, okay. You are a medical lab scientist.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's connect after. I'm a medical lab scientist as well.
Okay.
Let's connect and then we will talk. Okay.
Okay. So please, how do you all get the contact or the WhatsApp link?
So I will put my WhatsApp. Let me put my WhatsApp on the chat box. You can contact me, then we'll take it from there.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I will add you to the Ghana R users community. Please, have you seen it? And we have the Ashanti region phone as well. So we'll send you the link. Then you join them at is it Kumasi R? Yes, Kumasi R.
Kumasi, I'm in Kumasi.
Yes. So we'll get to our group in Kumasi for you to join. Yes.
Okay. Thank you
Sorry,
so
my
much.
network went off. Sorry. So as respected Samuel said, so you just DM us. We'll find a way to take you through. We have a lot of let me say R enthusiasts here who probably will take you through. Someone's asked of the script. The script has been shared already. Christiana, it has been shared. It has been shared on the because someone has shared it already. All you need to do is just to download it. So check at the chat session. You'll see it's there. Please, any other question? As I said, if you joined late, yeah, Bernice.
Mr. Francis, can you kindly share it on the app page? Because I'm using my phone, I'm not able to get it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll send it there. I'll send it there right now.
Okay, thank you.
So as I said, if you are here and still you are struggling to understand the swirl, kindly let us know. We'll assign someone to help you with that. Okay, so Theo.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Theo.
Yeah. My case is when you you know, as you work on as well and you have not completed that lesson, so anytime that you open it, it always want you to start from that place. But if you want to also start a new program or a new course, then they'll ask you, then you follow the options, then they'll send you to a website. When you get to the website, what do you actually do to start that the selected option that you want?
So if I get it means you want to do a different course, right? You want to learn a different course after you are done with
Yes.
one.
Yes, please.
So with that you have to install the courses, and trust me, the courses that you will need, I've already written the scripts. So all you need is that download the scripts and install all these courses. It will help you. It will save you time from always going back to the online. So I don't know if you can download it now, or I'll be sending it on our Ghana R users page. You can also get it there, and then you install all the courses that you need from there.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Let me stop sharing and then take it